Hey folks, Real Honesty with Jonn Ritland. I'm Jonn Ritland. That
It's the Derbinator.
and Raw Cleveland sucked.
Hey,
It
was so uninteresting. I had more enjoyment making the title card than I did the entire show.
and I'm not gonna address the Rich Swann situation. I already did that in another video.
Yup.
Check it out if you would like to. And I'm just gonna read the notes here, by the way. But Joe starts off Raw. Of course, he calls him Dean Ambrose.
Dean Ambrose. Oh yeah, it was Botchamania, brother.
Yeah, Joe was screwing up his lines a lot. I mean, it was a little weird.
I think Booker rubbed off on him, and not in that way, John.
Giving him his Harlem Heat.
Gross.
With his sit and spin Rooney. Sit and spin Rooney.
Let's not say we did.
Yes. Okay, you had Joe on Joe action as Roman and Joe. Roman all over each other. Another brawl, the bar, then Dean and Rollins.
Yeah.
As Rollins tried to itch and burn it down.
Gross.
There we go. And again, these guys are feuding. And I'm more interested in the Samoa Joe Roman Reigns feud. Seriously, just enough of Rollins and Ambrose versus the bar.
Decide on who you want to be champion and move on.
Please do that. We did start off with the women, though. That was a big up. You had Paige and Mandy, Sonya Deville at ringside. You had Mandy cut a promo, and it didn't really work.
Nope.
Because Mandy...
Hello, I am wrestler Mandy.
And I mean, Sonya did okay because how'd she say the line? The put up, or... It's kind of like a put up or shut up type line.
Yeah.
And it worked. I forget...
It was more off-putting.
Right, but I forget the exact line.
Right.
But it was good. Because Raw was really forgettable.
Yes.
But you had Mickey and Bayley with Sasha at ringside. Fortunately, her weave did not come off.
I don't believe it.
Mandy ended up winning. It was a fine match.
Yes.
It actually was well wrestled, despite the fact Mandy Rose still isn't that good. And Sonya, of course, tried to interfere, and Sasha tried to interfere. It wasn't bad. Probably, actually, in all honesty, probably the best match of the night because
aside from the cruiserweights.
True, and we will get to that. I still enjoyed what they did with the women here. Told a good story. And then Bray and Matt Hardy, the Great War of Words. This did feel a little repetitive like last week.
You got to move a little bit faster on this. Capitalize while the iron is hot. Strike while the money's good. Yes.
Make sure that you
do good lucha things.
God damn it! Woo! Anyway, there's nothing wrong with having fun, but this felt like they could have ended it about 3 exchanges before. And don't get me wrong, both guys are having fun. It's great stuff. But of course, then Bray is calling Matt Hardy the yin to his yang, and he wants him to stop yinging his yang. Drew talking to Enzo backstage. God, Drew Gulak, you are so white, and it's awesome. And, of course, they're alluding to more stuff with Enzo and Nia, which we'll get to later.
Gross.
Right.
It's absolutely disgusting to pair Nia up with Enzo because, Nia, your standards are better than that.
They really are. I mean, I'm not even the biggest fan of Nia, and I would think her standards are better. But, of course, it seemed like Gulak it wasn't Gulak's fault. It was Gulak being told by creative... Kind of doing the whole thing about the weight card with Nia. And look, I know that Nia, I'm not the biggest fan of Nia, but can we stop with the damn fat shaming stuff? Yes, she's bigger. She'd be a lot less bigger if you take her out of that bodysuit and put her in some better gear. Then Balor and Axel, it happened.
Yes.
And shout out to TNA Creative, they said Balor needed a bow tie on the neck brace, which actually would have been pretty cool. Boom.
But it's a tie with Bo Dallas's face on it.
Ugh.
Not made of his face. Also gross.
Why you gotta disappoint me like that? Anyway, Kane promo. Grandpa Glenn was awake. I love Kane. He's awesome, but seriously.
In the wise words of Danny Glover, he's too old for this shit.
He's doing well. He's doing the best he can to put over Braun, but seriously.
Yeah.
And then we go to Sheamus versus Rollins. Here's the thing. We've seen the match before.
For fuck's sake, yeah.
Very well wrestled. No, very
82,276 times at this rate.
Just this year.
Yes.
Very well wrestled. Honestly, very well wrestled. These guys never have a bad match. I've never really seen them have a bad match. They were given plenty of time.
But it's not it's not making any progress.
No, it's not. We're at the same position we were back at SummerSlam. About SummerSlam, I think.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. One, Sheamus did look a step or two off. Now, he had a knee injury. He had to rest. You point that out. But if any of that rumor about him, and I'm not saying he has the spinal stuff, but if anything is true about him having other injuries.
They wouldn't put him in a match with Seth Rollins.
This is true because Seth has never injured anybody besides Balor and Sting and a few others, I'm sure.
Curb stomp.
Derp stomp. It was well wrestled, but again, we've seen it before.
Yes.
Move on. Like you said, big champions. Move on.
Yep.
Nice versus Ali versus Alexander versus Daivari. Second chance match. Very well wrestled. They explained the whole thing where Rich Swann lost his opportunity. That's the only thing they need to say right now. Let the courts play out this whole thing. Even if he's cleared, I wouldn't bring him back to TV. At least not for a while.
Yeah, let it cool off or move him down to NXT.
And he's going to need a ton of help. Even if he doesn't get jail time, he's going to need a ton of help and a ton of rehabilitation.
That stigma will stick.
And it will, and it should. It should. Mm-hmm. But anyway, well wrestled. Gulak on commentary. Dear God, so white. Avoiding all the stuff about Enzo.
Even Booker T was taken back by it. It's like, well, huh?
You know what? Just Booker.
You ain't from the street.
Booker.
I believe he actually said that.
I think he might have. Booker needs to be off commentary. Dear Christ, you're awful, Booker. One of the greatest wrestlers of all time.
I find his composure lacking.
Yes. Fapping.
No.
That
would definitely be inappropriate for TV.
What the hell? Anyway. Very well wrestled match. Tons of near falls. Sitting Spinneroonie.
Yes.
Said that already.
Also.
Yes. The Cruiserweights did well. Very well.
Yes.
Tons of near falls. Not as many near falls as a Ring of Honor match. But still.
At least there's no super kicks for days.
Hashtag fuck the Young Bucks. Not in that way. Alexander ended up winning. Very good match. And then he cuts an interview with Charlie. And Charlie was distracting me for some reason. And if you watch Raw, you'll know why. I hope Alexander wins. But with what they were doing with Enzo later, I kind of wonder. Because they had Gulak saying, when I become Cruiserweight Champion, because they're planting the seeds, and this is a good build. Have Gulak. I'm all for
the most reliable person on the road train. Beat Enzo, and Enzo's like, what?
If only, because really Enzo's future in WWE is not in the ring. No. It's being a manager. And I'm not going to go into insane rants about Enzo like I have in the past. I will be for the best and worst of WWE.
Yes.
Which we will probably be shooting maybe sometime tomorrow or next week. Who knows?
Yeah. Depends on Clash of Champions, really.
It really does. Yeah, I guess we can wait till next week.
Yeah.
Reigns versus Cesaro. But no, here's the thing. I want to say about this about Nia and Enzo first. To those of you cheering this, it's a great angle. No, it's not. Stop it. Just stop. This is terrible. And I'm not a fan of Nia. I'm not.
No.
Well, that's
fine, but
not a good use of her.
No.
If
you want to make him a fan of Nia, you just have to, do literally anything else.
Yeah, if she squashes Enzo at the end of this whole thing, I'm all for it. Go ahead. You can just interpret those jokes however you want.
I will indeed.
Yeah, she jacks him off right there. Anyway, so this is just the worst.
I won't keep volume down because.
Oh yeah, true. We are upstairs.
Yes.
Anyway, but Reigns versus Cesaro, IC title open challenge. It ended with one spear after Cesaro threw all that offense in. It was a great match. It really was. It was very well wrestled.
Roman's half-ass spear is as protected as Hogan's leg drop at this point.
If only Hogan could have protected that sex tape a little better. Or not done it at all.
Yeah, there's that.
Yes, and the racism. But Reigns, the spear is bad. It's just bad. Is it the worst spear ever? No, but is it the worst spear of a main event talent? Yes. Because Edge's spear, at least he didn't always use the spear. But sometimes when he hit it, at least people sold better. With Reigns, it's like, the big dog went to sleep.
Right.
It was obvious that Cesaro wasn't going to win. And sometimes
he's already tag team champion.
Yeah, and sometimes that's okay.
Yeah.
The problem is the open challenge matches were better. And why? Because Cena fed better for other people.
Send TJP up for the IC title.
Ooh.
He's been wanting to get into that.
And I'm all for it. Have TJP beat him. They're going to have Samoa Joe beat him. Ooh, they might have Elias beat him.
Yes.
Why not? Hey, why not? So, then the Braun promo. Apparently Alexa was filming it while on her knees because, boy, Braun just looked like he was about 10,000 feet tall.
Oh, God, this is uncomfortable. You mean you want me to hold the selfie stick? Okay, hold on. Short person, yes.
Alexa, help me! I can't get down. God, that was so wonderful. Asuka was teamed up by the Fab Solution, the Absolution. Look, I'm sorry, that's the nickname I have for them. In all seriousness, I wish all the women the best. But Asuka got teamed up.
All right.
After beating up Mandy, which wasn't hard. Sonya took some shots, but was able to do a little better than Paige beat up on her. And then all the women run out there. Dana immediately botching, trying to get into the ring.
That's a tradition.
Yes, and Nia didn't even look like she was there. She's like, okay, wait, what? I was here with Enzo. Now, what?
Hi, I'm here too. What they should have had was Asuka literally wreck their shit in the ring.
Yeah, I mean, have the women come out. Asuka made at least a nice comeback. But, no, that was not a euphemism. I was not trying to... Just because I want to do bad things with Asuka.
Or good things, depending on one's perspective.
I mean, depending on what she wants. I don't want them to, as you said, I don't want them to blow their load on this too quickly. Mm-hmm. Because if they do, they're blowing a money angle for Mania. Paige versus Asuka is money. No, seriously. It is... Paige hastily inserting herself into this match. But
yes. They should have waited to bring out the entire locker room for at least a week, maybe after Clash of Champions or something like that.
Maybe after Christmas, maybe for the first Raw of the year.
Yes, let the stable build a little bit more heat. Let it grow more. They already fucked that one up, but hey, they might do something with it.
I mean, they're establishing Mandy as the weakest link already because she got beat up, which isn't bad. And Sonya was sort of protected because she got hit, but she got protected. It was odd, unless.
I just had an idea.
I love this idea.
What if Paige gets ousted and Asuka becomes the leader?
Okay. The Asuka-lution.
No, just the Empress of Tomorrow.
I like it.
Or the Empress of Today.
Yeah. Today. It's like Tomorrowland, only less of a box office bomb.
Yeah.
That was fine. It was a little odd, but they did better with the women tonight than I expected. I just don't want them to blow this thing with slow build to Paige and Asuka. It could work.
It could.
It could really work.
And yes, you're right.
I just hope they're going to blow it.
Yeah.
But then Jason...
Barely.
Yes. Jason Jordan and Kurt Angle talking. And then Jason Jordan sits out for Ambrose versus Joe.
Creepily.
Sitting like Basic Instinct style. Have fun thinking about that.
Don't have fun. Unless you're into that thing, then by all means, have fun. Just not on the couch.
What if it's their couch?
I don't care.
Okay, good.
It's not on my couch.
Right, there you go. No. And then, of course, Ambrose and Joe had a good match.
Yes.
With the wacky line being used. Cole should have been assaulted for saying that.
Anyway, lunatic lariat several times.
Lunatic lariat, right, I know. It's just what he called it before.
Yeah.
It was a good match.
It was a good morrow.
Yes. It was freaking morrow. Joe, of course, it was messy. I mean, Joe ends up winning. And then Jordan keeps interfering. Of course, Jordan's going to turn heel.
Obviously.
It's got to happen.
Yes.
He might feud with Ambrose after Mania.
Probably. Which
I'd be okay with. But here's the thing, though. Ambrose, then... Him and Ambrose can.
Man, you're so much growling like something fierce.
Yes, it is. Sorry. I have a piss poor diet.
Or lack thereof, apparently.
Yes, right. I think that Ambrose and Jordan can feud after the Rumble for a little bit. But fantasy booking aside, Dana is joining Worldwide, Titus Worldwide. I screwed that up.
Dana is joining Titus Worldwide.
That is what?
LLC.
So anyway.
That is what I am going to do.
Yes. send her back down to NXT and have her do just. Even though the women in
Have her
NXT
work on her promos.
Yes, the women in NXT are miles ahead of her, but good God, I mean, Full Sail might be a little kinder to her. And I'm not saying this because she's a bad person, because she's not. But it's not working. Anyway,
She comes as natural as a balsa wood board.
Or comes as natural as a porn star.
Oh.
Like Mia Khalifa. Arby's roast beef
But
sandwiches.
let's not
sandwiched
say
together.
we did.
Already did. Anyway, Gallows and Anderson versus Cruz and Titus will be happening at some point.
Yes.
Because they're all nerds. Did I say that wrong?
Nerds!
Yes, I did. And then Braun versus Kane, immediately a count out. And then the brawl at the end, the table spot, chicken chokeslams for days.
Mexican stare down between two white guys.
Oh, that was just fucking brilliant.
Yes.
I mean, Braun is standing tall at the end. I'm dropping my note. Look, D+. No, C- for the women. C- for the women.
There we go.
Okay, I'll say...
They had excellent matches. You had the cruiserweights perform, and the crowd got into it, which says something.
Yeah.
Because it's been tough to get the crowd into a cruiserweight match because they don't feel attached to it.
Right.
But when it's one of the most interesting things on the show, there you go.
And that's good for the cruiserweights. It's just not necessarily... Because the problem is we'd seen the Ambrose... The Ambrose Joe is actually a little fresher, but Rollins and Sheamus... And right. Anyway, all that stuff.
Yeah.
C- for the women's stuff and the cruiserweight stuff. They tried. Some of the towns tried. Creative just didn't though.
Yeah.
So
C-,
anyway,
I'd have to concur.
That's it. And hopefully SmackDown will be better. We will be doing a SmackDown review and a Clash of Champions preview, both of which are probably going to be pretty short shows, considering that Clash of Champions now has 5 matches as of 6 days before the pay-per-view.
Oh boy.
And one of them involves gender.
Oh boy.
Yes. So anyway, that's what we gotta say. It's epic, Mickey. Magical paintbrush. Anyway, do you agree? Do you disagree with what we said? Do you think that Raw was actually worse than what we said? Leave in the comments. Let us know what you think. Like, share, subscribe. Also, it's been Real Honesty with Jonn Ritland. I'm Jonn Ritland. That
is the Derbinator.
We will see you tomorrow.
Yes.
Right. Leave this all in. Just leave it in. Just leave it. Just